Well, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Um, it's going live here again. I try to schedule my stuff, like I said, as much as possible. Um, but hopefully you guys are having a great night. Um, Wait for some people to pop in here. Um, but 1 minute here. Wait for some people to get in here again. Last night I went live as well. Um, I don't know if you guys I've been telling everybody, by the way, about like the camera issue. The camera, this new laptop that I got basically has um the camera for some reason doesn't work. So I'm actually getting like a webcam so you guys could actually see my face. Um, Eventually that won't come probably for the next couple days or so though. So um I just kind of want to give everybody a heads up of that. But I'd like to welcome everybody to the live show. I must say, it's basically like a live show. So, I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. Um, Again, but yeah, talk about whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this more of like a everyday thing, because I think live streams basically will probably help me with my subscribers and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna try to make it a like a normal thing. Um, hey, what's up, Blanca? How you doing, man? Settle down, Ghostface. Oh, because the when I said I was coming, or how you doing though? Yeah. So we could talk about basically whatever you're all jacked up about Mountain Dew tonight or what? Am I jacked up about Mountain Dew? Yeah, I got a lot of energy in me tonight. So I got a lot of energy in me for sure. I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. Not the dew, but I'm on I drink some energy drinks and all that. Like, I think I'm gonna get me another one here. So what is on your mind today, man? Are you excited for the horror movie series? Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I think that yeah, it would be better for them to, make a actual movie, but at the same time, I don't mind like a TV series, you know? I don't mind a TV series. Like, it would be nice to have an actual movie, but movies nowadays, a lot of these new movies are just completely unnecessary, just bad writing, bad everything. Um, Not to say that TV series can't be like that either, because but personally, I guess, I mean, I would much rather, I guess, have a real movie than a TV series, but I guess a TV series is better than nothing, you know? Now it's dark. How's it going, man? Thank you. for popping in. I appreciate it. How you doing, man? Who require you to? Yeah, exactly. Like Peacock, obviously you got Peacock. You got Netflix, obviously. Whole bunch of streaming, services like Paramount Plus, um, and whatnot. Like all those services are basically require like a subscription. So doing good too. Thank you. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Glad you popped in. Watching for. Oh, yeah, Chainsaw Wars. Oh, yeah, I bet. Award show kind of get a little boring at times. And do you watch like the Oscars? Because I don't really watch the Oscars no more. I think it's just getting a little bit too. Ghostface still need to see Identity. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah, I know. I need to see that movie, man. Still, um, I definitely gotta, definitely see the movie. Is it on? Okay, is it on Tubi TV? Is it any on Netflix or is it something that you just have to buy like on YouTube? Because I think I'm gonna try to watch it one day. Um, what's up, Ghostface Fanatic? Oh, what's up, Michael Joe? How you doing, man? Thank you for showing the support. How you doing tonight? I tried watching the Oscars the last one, but it was horrible. Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's like it's based on like the Oscars are based like it seems like they're based on more of like storylines. Like which storyline is the best. They don't base it around like who's like the best actor, or anything like that. They don't base it around that. Like they always base it around the storyline, which I have a problem with. And it seems like they always screw, a lot of actors, you know. They could tell they had it attend the base race. Yes, yes. Are you talking about for the identity or just the Oscars? Because the Oscars always try to boost ratings. Having a good day. Well, that's cool. That's good, man. Glad you popped in and showed some support. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing these like scheduling these a lot more. Just kind of hanging out with everybody and talking about Scream, talking about Halloween and whatnot. Anything really, as long as it's horror related, of course. The Oscars catered to audience this year after the slap. Yeah, I know, I know, and I heard that it was pretty terrible this year. There's a lot of bad awards given into some. It's just like they give the awards to people that it's not they don't give the awards to that like the best actors. They always go by like I said the storylines, which storyline is the best. They don't give it to them just based on their performance. Like You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like they always the actors always the actors mostly, like, get screwed, some of them. Everything, always, everywhere at once. And well-winning, feel-good stories. Yes, absolutely. The movies themselves were questionable about actors. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of these movies weren't even that good, to be honest with you, you know? A lot of these movies get nominated for absolutely no reason, you know? Sub Blanca, yeah, he's talking to Blanca there, and what's up, Michael Joe? Hey, the actors are, or the Oscars are creating checklists for movies to get nominated. Yeah, yep. That's kind of a shame, you know, that they nominate movies that are not even that good. To be honest, they always gives other movies nominations, movies that are not good. You know, oh, like the movie the I felt like the Avatar was a pretty good for the most part. I don't want to get like I said, I don't want to get too far off topic here, like off of horror or anything, or off of like Scream or Halloween. But all I'm gonna say is that a lot of these movies, like Avatar, uh, Wakanda Forever, the Black Panther film. I mean, those films are pretty good. You know, I heard those were in the. Uh, I heard that those films were going to get nominated for best films of the year, possibly, or best visual effects. I believe it was. You need 30 and 40% of your workforce on a movie to be anything but white. Yes, yep, for sure. I lost so much respect for Will Smith. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand a lot of people. I felt like, that thing that he did to Chris Rock, I think. Well, I think that first of all, I'm not going to sit here and stick up for anybody in that situation, but I think that Will Smith kind of had the right to go up there and do what he did because Chris Rock was making a joke about, his wife having cancer and whatnot. So he took it a little too far there, and Will Smith kind of got a little bit too angry, like too out of control. Went up there and actually slapped him. But you know, a lot of actors are kind of saying that Will Smith should have got charged and whatnot. Like I don't really know about all that. I mean, yeah, I mean you're not really supposed to slap a person in front of everybody, but at the same time, if somebody's gonna talk about my wife, I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna just let that slide. Like. But at the same time, I don't really know. I don't know what a lot of people felt like it was wrong, for him to do that, especially in front of a crowd like that. But, it's just like, I don't really know I don't know, like, who's in the right and I don't know if he's in the right or the wrong, It's kind of hard to say. Like, I feel like he's in the wrong, but then again, I feel like he had a reason, to do what he did. Best film of the year is no longer based on what film was the best, but what film was the best by having and roles that aren't even shown on screen? Yeah, no, they're not even really shown like on screen. Like I said, it's just at least the more it moves to that direction. The more horror has a chance. Yes, exactly. I always thought horror should always have. I thought horror should have always had, a um. Like I said, I think horror should always had like an Oscar, ceremony, like but I think nobody funds it no more, so that's why we didn't never. Because I heard they used to do that. They used to nominate like horror movies, like best slasher, um, but not no more because nobody funds it no more. So, but it'd be interesting if they brought that back. I guess a lot of people just ain't interested no more. Because the fidelity of the unrealistic is thrown out of the window when you got stuff like this taking priority. Yes, exactly. Yep, for sure. I don't care what Will Smith did, to be honest. I think everyone should hate on his wife. Um, I don't really agree with. I mean, I don't know what she did personally, for him to like joke around about her, but stuff like that just makes me angry, when people make fun of certain, yes, especially when it comes to like cancer and all that. You know, I kind of take that a little personal because that's a serious thing. Even though he was joking around and he was trying to joke around. It's still, I don't know. I just feel like it was still kind of like wrong. She brainwashed the whole family. Not a single person in that family identifies as human. I'm not even joking. Wow, I've never even known that. And that's funny that she was actually in Scream 2. Jada Pinkett. Oh, Will Smith's career is over after that. Man, a lot of people feel like that. A lot of people feel, like I heard that, like the big time actors talking about it as well. About that whole situation. When he decided to go up there and slap Chris Rock like that, like you know, a lot of people feel that his career should be over after that. But at the same time, like yeah, I kind of feel the same. Like I feel like he should have just approached it and did it in a different way, like waited until after the show, to do it instead of doing it in front of everybody, in front of, the crowd. Like, but I guess he kind of had a right in some way because he was joking around, joking about cancer, which that's something that you don't. I think it was, I think it was the cancer thing. He was joking around about like the cancer because I think Jada Pinkett had cancer or something like that, and she had like lost her hair, and I think he was making fun of her because of it. It isn't Michael. They have him doing a comeback tour. Yeah, I know. I don't feel that I think he's a big time actor. I think he'll stay around. I don't think that they're just gonna cancel him or anything. Like Bad Boys is the movie. Yep, I know. And Michael thinks his career should be over. I don't really know what to think about it, but NTV Awards have Poland and Young and Knives and still having careers. Yeah, I know. No, I know. And those actors still have careers and they're still making movies even after doing that kind of stuff. They just turn mine into a bubble that people don't even realize how small a slap is in comparison to what we saw. Yeah, he wasn't joking about cancer. He was joking about her being bald. And she turned out to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember what it was. I thought it was maybe that, but yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she was. That's right. Yeah, he was making fun of her being bald because she didn't have hair. I think he was making fun of her because she was wearing a wig. It was one of the then jokes which made it look even worse. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, Jane was considered a groundbreaking film in its time, showing a female becoming married or something. Yeah, for sure. G.I. Jane. Never heard of that. Matthew killed someone and Broderick killed someone and still got it. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people that get away with that kind of stuff, you know? It's like you can't you can't do that, you know? I mean, yo, yeah, the rapper the baby, yeah. He killed somebody in Walmart, I think. And there's this other rapper that actually killed somebody too. Like I forgot his name. Um, I think it was I forget who it was, but well, yeah, he went to prison, but still. But the baby, that's crazy. I didn't know he did that. I guess in sensitive times. Yep, exactly, exactly. It's just crazy times right now, you know. You had so many people coming out and trying to apologize to say or to the gay community for the baby and not to cancel him. He doesn't know how bad the word is. That word is. Oh, I know. I know. That is crazy. It's crazy, and let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, the baby is I heard that he's a kind of like a lot of these rappers are mostly like in like gangs and all that, you know. You know, they either had to do something bad to one another and then after that they wound up, there's a lot of rappers that got, murdered because of that stuff, because of the bad stuff they do, you know. It's especially like in Compton and all that, like in LA, in Harlem, but I think like Compton and all that, like where like the Bloods are and all that. But yeah, man, This world is getting crazier, It's getting really crazy. Um, that's really crazy as well too. Like, um, it's really crazy that Matthew Lillard that he that he made that he was dating Nev Campbell in real life, which is kind of funny because Nev Campbell was basically well, it was the opposite in Scream 1996. She was dating Billy Loomis, aka Skeet Ulrich, and then but in real life it was her and Matthew Lillard actually were dating. Like, so that's kind of. But yeah, um, yep, yep, yep. Courtney Cox and David Arquette as well. I mean, they got in love, especially after they basically got in love like right after like the Scream movies. You know what I mean? It made them really want to like. It made them like get like they got together in real life. Like and against her husband, which has one of the head vampires. Oh, Underworld had Kate. Huh. But yeah, that's actually crazy, man. A lot of people, have a lot of people have a lot of they've actually dated one another like in real life, and the crazy thing is that Matthew Lillard is actually from Lansing, Michigan, and that's not that far from me at all. That's only like a few hours. That's over there by like Michigan State and all that. Like he was born in Lansing, Michigan. There was an actor also known as Adam Driver. He played um, Kylo Ren in Star Wars. He was from he went to Mishawaka. I don't know if you know where Mishawaka, Indiana is, but that's like wait, it's in Indiana. He went to school and grew up there. He grew up in Indiana, so it's just like it's pretty cool, you know. Matthew Lillard, um, like I said, it's from Lansing. But yeah, man, Scream 7. I know for a fact that we're gonna be getting a Scream 7, even though it's not like greenlit or anything. I think that we're still gonna get a Scream 7. I know a lot of people don't really want it just because of the downfall of Scream. They felt like Scream 6 was kind of bad. Like, yeah, I felt like it was bad, but I also think it was like definitely like a step up from Scream 5, a little bit. Maybe it was still, of course, it wasn't perfect, but still was one of those movies that definitely got did a lot better in Scream 6, the chase scenes, all that stuff. Not much going on in the movie world. That's right. Yes, exactly. There's no reason to continue the story that they have. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, I mean, if they're gonna make a trilogy, I mean, they have to, I mean, if they have to do like a grand finale somewhat. Like like the Stu return or something like that. A lot of people don't see Stu returning. Me personally, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that he will return. I'm just saying like if they want him to return, this is the best time to do it. And this is gonna be a trilogy. And yes, I hope that they don't like mock like say like Scream 3 again or just try to make it like Scream 3 because that's a major problem nowadays. Like a lot of movie studios copy, like Scream 5 is a copy of 96. Scream 6 was a copy of Scream 2, like somewhat. You know what I mean? So I just don't really want them to copy Scream 3, like, you know what I mean? Because Wes Craven, those movies are great, in my opinion. They don't need, you might as well, like I said, call them a remake, at that point, if you're gonna just rehash the same scenes, you know? There's no reason to make it Scream 6, and there is no reason to make Scream 7 with the current story. Yeah, I felt like, they should have just ended it at Scream 4, you know? Because I think if Wes Craven was still here, I'm pretty sure that we probably would have got his version of Scream 5 and Scream 6, you know? We probably would have got his versions. Would have been a lot better, I believe, but sadly we never got to see his version. But I had heard that I've heard a lot of people say that Scream 3 should have been the last, just because that was the trilogy and that was originally going to be Sydney's Nev Campbell's last Scream movie. Um, but they decided because 10 years later they decided to bring her back because they wanted the movie, they wanted to bring back the film. So it was kind of a last minute decision. It was 10 years after Scream 3, and they decided to make a fourth one 10 years after. So they never said they were making a trilogy. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that I think that they more than likely will, because there's no way that they just quit. You know what I mean? This is I understand that, yeah, nobody needs another one, but I see it coming. I definitely see it coming, and I'm a fan of this franchise. I just need it. I just want to see it. It feels like people completely ignore the dialogue saying this is no longer a trilogy, it's a franchise. Yeah, yeah, I know. No, I feel you, man. I understand what you're saying. The only thing Mindy had right in meta commentary about what writers were doing with the theme. Yeah, Mindy to me wasn't really a good character. She's not a great character. A lot of these characters are like basically copy and paste. They're copy and paste. Like Chad is like a Dewey type character. Um, Sam is like a Sydney character. Mindy's the Randy character somewhat. So it's just kind of like a copy and paste. It's like they should have just what they should have did, honestly, what in my opinion, I think that they should have like just started their own like timeline, started their own everything instead of bringing back the old characters. I mean, it was cool to see the OGs back, but at the same time, I think it would have been better for them to let go their own route as opposed to bringing back the OGs and incorporating them. They could have just did like a whole new timeline with the new generation of characters, but they decided to bring them, bring them back. So it's kind of that's kind of my opinion. I felt like they should have just, let the OGs alone. Scream 3 should have been the last if they weren't going to fund Scream 4. Yeah, exactly. I think Scream 3 should have been the last. I know that they wouldn't, they wouldn't have. I know that was going to be the last. It was, a lot of people felt like it should have been, including me. Like, I felt like that the ending of the movie, the way the door opens, kind of gave us, that goodbye, you know, that goodbye, kind of vibe, like door opens by itself and that's it. But nope. They just brought her back in 10 years later in Scream 4, so they know they wouldn't get an audience without using OG. Yeah, no, like I understand, like it wasn't like I didn't mind them in Scream 4 by no means. It was cool to see them, but at the same time, I kind of felt like Sydney that Scream 3 should have been like her actual last, and but it was cool, like nonetheless. I'm not mad that we got to see her because I'm happy anytime she comes back. It's always good to see her. But after a while, she's not gonna be in these films, she's gonna eventually, do other stuff and not be in these films no more, you know. She's been in a lot of these movies. Like what's gonna happen? What's what's gonna happen? Is she's gonna be bad on nursing homes by when she comes in back into the next Scream, like to like Scream like 20, Scream 20, Scream 21, like you know what I mean? Like as much as I want that, it's just unrealistic, They weren't clever enough to give a reason why Ghostface is chasing new people without connecting everything. Yeah, I know, and a lot of these are just like I said, copy and paste. And that's just the problem that I have with a lot of these films. A lot of them are just copy and paste. It's all they really are. It's like if you're gonna show tribute to Wes Craven, at least add some chase scenes because that's really a tribute. I just felt like when they didn't add chase scenes into the film, I was like, what the hell are they doing? Like you're showing tribute to Wes Craven, person who created this franchise, right? But you don't add any chase scenes whatsoever, and then you kill Dewey in a dirty way. Like, it's like I don't get it, dude. Like, I just don't understand. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, Screen 5 is better than Screen 976." That's just straight BS. Like, people have their own opinions, of course, but I don't find it any better than Scream 1996. People who say that is just they don't know what they're talking about. They must be, on drugs or something because they don't know what Wes Craven brought to the franchise. You know what I mean? He started the franchise. And you could do a good scream without chasing. Yeah, but you need chasing. That's what the Ghostface. To me, that's what the Ghostface character is. Like you have to have that. Like that's what Ghostface basically is. It's not the only thing he is, but that's what he does. That's what his character does. Like like he chases people, and without that, it's not a Scream film. Scream 2, Scream 1996, even Scream 3, had some great chase sequences, and that's what made those films great. Scream 4 even. I felt like Scream 4 was honestly the last like great film because of the chase scenes. Not only that, just because it's Wes Craven, I can't turn him down, you know? Like so I feel like, the Ghostface character, that's what he's about. He's about the chase scenes, he's about the phone calls and whatnot. And a movie without chase scenes and without phone calls, okay, there was phone calls in Scream 5, but there was no chase scenes. Like, so that's my only problem. It just didn't seem like a Scream film. As opposed to like, like Scream 2, that scene. There's a lot of good sequences in Scream 2, Scream 1996. Even Scream 3, like I said, that one sequence, in Scream 2, like that, you know. There's a lot of good chase scenes in Scream 2 and all the other Scream movies. And it's just better in my opinion. I just find it to be a lot better because that's what the character is. It makes it's more of like fun, like you end up getting chasey like Gil's apartment, which felt more character than a good chase scene, to be honest. Yeah, that chase scene wasn't really all that great. I'm just talking about like look at like Wes Craven's chase scenes, like that CC Cooper scene in Scream 2. Now, that scene was great. That chase scene. Scream 3, the Milton's Mansion. Scream 3 also when Sydney sees her old house or whatever. That chase scene when it's just so many chase scenes, so much great moments in the older Scream movies, like that I just like, and I just think that's the way the character is, in my opinion. That's who the character is. Like Michael Myers, he just walks, right? Ghostface, he runs and chases people. So chasing just means you're trying to portray the killer as goofy. Yeah, but at the same time, I just like it personally. That's what makes Ghostface more creepy, and that's what his character is, like I said. It's a trope without a film trying to make fun of tropes. Tropes? We've seen 4 films of clumsy killers, yeah. Well, I think the one clumsy killer that I hate is Charlie. Like, I liked Roman though. I think Roman's very underrated. I think he's the most probably underrated killer in the franchise because he's basically like the mastermind of it all. So, and he was basically, he did it all himself. Like he didn't have a partner. Scream Fighter claimed to be different. Yeah, they weren't any different in my opinion. I felt like Scream 6 is just another version of Scream 5. Like, just like the same. It was definitely like the same like style of film, but a little better. I mean, it was a step up. I'm not gonna say it was totally like terrible, but it definitely wasn't perfect. I'll just say that. What's done there when the force? Yep, for sure. The CC chase scene was brilliant and showing how dumb it was. Well, I think the dumb thing about it is that scary movie, like to your point right here in this comment, like I hated Scary Movie, alright? Like, I did not like that movie whatsoever. Like, I understand, yeah, it's a parody, but that's the why I don't like it. Because basically making fun of the Scream films, and it basically ruined, like you said, that scene. It ruined a lot of stuff, and it made people a lot of people were saying like the ghost face mask looks like the Scary Movie mask in a lot of ways. Well, that's because you watch Scary Movie before you watch Scream, and I understand that like it's a parody, but it's not for me, it's not funny to me. I mean, it's there's some funny scenes, but it just makes fun of Scream. I mean, it's just a parody. Help I Scream. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, man. But yeah, just like I just don't really think that it did because Scary Movie's just a parody, dude. Like it's just a parody. They basically all it does is make fun of Scream, make fun of other franchises. It's not really anything, special to me, personally, but that's just me. A lot of people like it, but hey, almost double Scream. Well, that's actually crazy because Scary Movie was just a parody, and a lot of people like parodies, I guess, but like, are you a fan actually of the Scary Movie franchise? Because like I know the Scream movies are originally going to be called Scary Movie. You know what I mean? Scary Movie was gonna they were gonna name the Scream movie Scary Movie before. They were gonna name it just Scary Movie, like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2. But then after that, they came out and just said they decided to make Scream, and then after Scream, then they decided that these other companies decided to do a scary movie franchise, doing like parodies of other movies, like Are you kidding? Really, Blucka, Blucka. Are you really saying that right now? Because that's kind of funny to me that you think that, dude. Like, you think you really think that the scary movie is better than the Scream movies? A parody of Scream is better than the actual movies itself. Like, I don't know about that. You realize? No, I did not know that. But all I know is that Wes Craven. I had heard that Wes Craven and um what did I say? Let me say. What is I gonna say? Wes Craven had sued the company. I heard. Actually, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson. They were trying to sue the movie company for the scary movie film because they were basically making fun of everything that Wes Craven did. That's what I had heard. A company that makes well, it's actually crazy because I heard that Wes Craven and them tried to sue the company. Like, this game movie went in. I don't know about that, man. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there because that's just me personally. I prefer to watch the actual movies, the actual Scream films over a parody. But that's just me, of course. A lot of people, okay, like I like Scary Movie 2, okay? Scary Movie 2 was funny and all, but again, it's just a parody. So to me, it's not really that funny, you know? It's not really, I find it a little funny, but at the same time, it's not for me. Like, yeah, it's a parody, but at the same time, like, I prefer to watch the actual, like, Scream movies as opposed to a parody. I find it more funny, more entertaining, to watch the actual, you know. It had three killers. It caught killer, yeah, Doofy, right? Killer. Wes didn't try to see them. Well, I've heard that Kevin Williamson and Wes tried to sue them. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. I don't know. People are just making up rumors or not or what, but you realize the game is a parody. It's something. Nah, I don't think it really is because it came out. You know, I think it came out far before Scary Movie did, unless because yeah, the movies, Scary Movie. Okay, Scream movies are gonna be named Scary Movie, right? That was gonna be the original title. They were gonna name the movie Scary Movie. But then after that, they decided to go with the title Scream. So then after that, some other movie company decided to make a scary movie franchise, make it a parody though. They called it something because it didn't lean into comedy. Oh, it leaned what is wrong about what the horror genre. Yeah, but at the same time, like I understand that, but it's personally just not for me. It's just not my preference. I guess I'd much rather watch a more entertain like the actual. But of course, a lot of people prefer different things, and I understand that. But me, I just don't like. I can't see myself picking scary movie a parody over the real movies. Like, you know. But that's just me personally. But I will say, like, Scary Movie 2, made fun of the and okay, let me say. Let me say this. Scary Movie 2 is pretty damn funny. I find that probably to be like one of the best sequels. Alright. But is it better than the Exorcist movies? Hell no. and that's just saying a lot because I'm not even an Exorcist fan, so I've never been a fan of those movies. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that a parody is gonna be better than what Wes did. I'm always gonna pick Wes because it's he created it, and then these people basically just did a parody of it because I overvalue Scream Six. Scream Two, no, that I don't think that's it, dude. I just think that's like Scream Six. Okay, is not good compared to like Scream Two and Scream Three. I prefer Scream Three over Scream Six. All right, like I prefer to watch all the other Scream. The actual Scream movies to me are just like that's just me though, man. Like I just don't really want to watch a parody. I want to watch the actual film. Scream is the most consistent because it never took a risk. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like to me, like yeah, there's some scenes that's funny. That there's this movie called Shrek too. That's kind of similar to Scary Movie. Scary Movie 2 isn't really an Exorcist parody. They just did an opening scene from it. Yeah, I can understand that. Or what am I? Scary Movie 2 isn't an Exorcist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the opening scene was basically like an Exorcist parody, but I know the whole movie wasn't. I think it was. They were doing a parody of The Exorcist in the beginning, and then after that, I don't know what else. I forgot the other parody they did, but I know Scary Movie 3 did the parody of The Ring. And I've never really been a fan. Like I said, I've never been the fan of The Exorcist personally. Like I've just never gotten to that franchise. Do you like The Exorcist? Because I never. I get what you're saying, but if you look at it from a standpoint of what added more than the original Scary Movie one added more than I don't know. Like, yeah, you got a point, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's just not. It's just not for me. I'd much rather watch the actual movies. The House of Haunted Hill was. Oh, okay. House of Haunted Hill. Okay, that's a pretty good. Yeah, I've never heard of that movie, but you're probably right about that. I'm weird. I like the Exorcist that basically turned the franchise into care. Yeah, like me, I just feel like the new Exorcist that they're coming out with. Like I said, I've never been a fan of the franchise personally. But I've never been like the biggest fan of it, or I'm not a fan of it like whatsoever. It's just not for me, I guess. But David Gordon Green and Blumhouse is actually trying to go make it like, and a lot of people are already kind of worrying that it's going to be a bad film because basically what the way Halloween ends, with his track record, with Halloween ends, like, and I completely agree. I think that this movie is probably going to be terrible. You know, I need something explained, but yeah, I know. Like a lot of people, especially during cancer culture, religious people will end, in the army. Yeah, I know. Like movies just about like that kind of like possession movies and stuff. It's just a lot of people. I don't know if you've seen like, have you seen like the Pope or the Pope, the Exorcist? I think it is. Um, I haven't seen it. I've never even like I watched the very first Exorcist movie, I believe. Um, I watched like the original one, and yeah, I didn't really like it. It just wasn't for me, personally. But like I said, a lot of people just got different preferences. I like Saga like a good movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the movie The Right and all that. The Right. I mean, those movies are like I said, I don't get into those kind of films, but I mean, they're pretty. I guess they're all right. I've seen every film. I watch every film. Yeah, and I remember when yes, yes. The Right was it? Yes, The Right. Yes, that's a possession movie too. And also this other movie called The Devil Inside, which I don't really like. I said I just don't get into that kind of stuff. I'm more into the slasher films. But again, everybody's got different tastes, I guess. I think the best possession film is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it isn't a standard possession. But at the same time, it fits the bill of the possession. Oh, yeah, I've never heard of that film. But yeah, I've heard of like I said, like The Right, The Devil Inside, uh, Deliver Us from Evil, I believe it was. I mean, that movie was like I said, I don't get into that stuff. I don't get into that kind of stuff, but I know a lot of people do, and I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess. Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978 is one of the best horrors. Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, is that a possession film? You said it's not a paranormal connection. It's like more realistic form, I guess you could say. Oh, okay. So, Blanca, I have a question for you. So, how do you feel about the new Exorcist? Are you kind of like, are you worried about it? Because I know a lot of people are kind of worried that it's going to be another terrible film, especially because of Blumhouse's and David Gordon Green's track record of Halloween ends. Like, do you have any kind of worries about it? Because I know a lot of people are already bashing it even before it even comes out. Like, And I already know it'll probably be like crap. It'll probably be garbage, because it's gonna be made by Blumhouse, and we all know what they did with Halloween Ends. It's not a paranormal possession. It's like a parasite possession. Oh, parasite possession. Oh, okay. It will be a doo doo. Oh yeah, I believe it will too. I believe it's gonna be doo doo because I just know David Gordon Green, his track record on Halloween Ends. The way he made that, that trilogy was just absolutely just terrible. So unless DDG isn't afraid of religious people, the movie has no chance. Right, right. But yeah, I don't think the movie's gonna be that good, honestly. I think it's gonna be just as bad, probably. If not worse than Halloween Ends. So as much as you dislike scary movie, the purpose of it was to keep horror in check to prevent being in it. Yeah, I understand all that, but it's just not my preference. Parody films sometimes can be a little funny, but all I'm saying is that I'd much rather watch the actual movies. Just like it's like if somebody's gonna do a parody of the Nightmare films, do the parody of like a Jason film, the Jason films, the Friday the 13th. Like I'd much rather watch the Friday the 13th over a parody. You saw a huge step up in quality for horror from 2000 to 2010 when they had decent comedy writers to parody. Yes, exactly. I don't think it's a parody to Halloween because it's a different style of film. Like it's obviously two different locations. Like this is based on like a camp, like Camp Crystal Lake, and maybe yeah, maybe both of them can't die, but they're different, totally different. Icons in my opinion. Like Jason's like more of like a zombie, and Jason's a zombie. The story is different. The reason why Jason kills is because he's trying to get revenge on people because he drowned in the lake. And Michael Myers just kills basically just because he's evil and he just I guess loves to kill. He's just evil. He's basically like a psychopath is what he is. Like so I don't really see that being like a parody of Halloween or anything like that. I definitely don't see that at all. Like location doesn't matter. I think I mean location really doesn't, but at the same time, if it was a parody, they would basically try to make it just like just like Halloween, like copy it, you know, do the same, like make the same, like similar mask. You know what I mean? So if it was a parody, they would totally try to copy it, like and make fun of it, which that's not what I don't think that's what it does. I just think Jason's more like brutal. This one on 11 p.m. Monday. How's it going, Wayne? Thank you for popping in, man. It is 1:11 p.m. Monday in Sydney. That's awesome. That's crazy. Friday the 13th is a rip off to Halloween. I don't really think so, man. Like, okay, maybe from like a physical standpoint, like the way Jason is built, but I just feel like the way Jason kills and all that is just more brutal than Michael. I think it's more like entertaining. So I don't think Michael ever ripped anybody's arms off, so that's a little different. That's not like the same. It's comical version. I don't know, man. I don't know. They literally made Jason to match Michael Myers. Yeah, like I don't really know what to think about that because it's like they're two different characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like in my opinion. Like Michael Myers basically stalks people. Jason just comes after you. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not saying like, that's because I'm pretty sure there's some similar moments, like some similar, they're both kind of similar, but I think they're more like different. Like Jason could be never been. Oh yeah, I didn't say that. I'm just saying like in terms of like brutalness, I think Jason's better in terms of brutalness, but in terms of who's scarier, Michael Myers is way better. I always preferred Michael Myers. Um, I always preferred Michael Myers over Jason. You know what I mean? Jason just happened to be more popular because people love more. Yeah, Jason just was more popular just because of the killings, just the kill scenes, you know, pretty entertaining in my opinion. Even if it was a copy and paste from, even if it was, even if they did try to copy Halloween, still entertaining. I don't think Jason is better than Michael. Yeah, I don't think that either. Like I always said, like I always prefer Michael over Jason. Like Michael is brutal, but I find Michael to be more scary than Jason. Like Jason's not really all. Like I've never really been a big fan of the Friday the 13th films personally. Like I'm a fan of them, but I'm not like a fan of them like I am the Halloween franchise. Like so, and look at yeah, Friday the 13th is made to cash in on the. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just made more than Halloween television. Yeah, Jason did. The Friday the 13th movies, a lot of people say those some of the Friday the 13th movies are a little better than some of the Halloween films, but I kind of don't really agree with that. Like Jason, yeah, he's brutal and all. And yeah, he could probably manhandle Michael unless, if it was a Rob Zombie, Michael, then I think the Rob Zombie Michael would destroy the remake Jason. That's just my opinion. The Rob Zombie Michael Myers is brutal. Halloween was barely bringing any money in. I agree, Ghostface. I always prefer Michael over Jason. Yeah, Michael's just like one of those, you know. The thing I like about Michael Myers is that, like I said, he just stalks people. He could come out of anywhere. Um, and Jason basically just pop out, or you just know when he's like coming after you. You know what I mean? Like But with Michael, it's kind of like he just jumps out of out of nowhere. So it's just like it's a little different for me. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not a fan of the Friday the 13th franchise because I am. I find those movies to be really entertaining. That made Friday the 13th movie more like while the original Halloween was more of a thriller. Yeah, yeah. Suspense thriller. I think one thing you'll realize is heard and they're really popular. Yup, for sure. But I think Scream was a parody of a horror genre. Scream I just did no Scream was a comedy. Scream wasn't really a comedy. I don't think it was a comedy. Maybe like in the beginning, like some parts were, but it wasn't really a comedy movie. I mean, a lot of people think it was based on just teenagers, but that's not really what it was really about. Jason is not gonna touch Michael. Um, I think realistically he would. I think that Jason would absolutely destroy Michael in terms of like strength. It's because Jason is more of like a zombie and Michael's just more of like a human that can't die. But like I said, I do think that the Rob Zombie Michael would absolutely destroy Jason. Hands down. Like the Rob Zombie Michael would absolutely destroy Jason. Like and like Myers can be Jason. I don't know. Like if it's the Rob Zombie Michael, I think so. But if it's the regular Michael, like John Carpenter's, I don't know about that. Great parody movies include Airplane, Top Secret, Naked Gun movies. I don't know. Yeah, there's this movie called Epic Movie, I believe it was, where they're basically making fun of Pirates of the Caribbean and all that, making fun of like Avatar. It'll be interesting to see Jason needs 3 million tickets of the recent trilogy. Yeah, Jason. Like I said, Jason is not like the Friday the 13th films are pretty good. I think it's a great franchise overall. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, prefer those a little bit more than the Halloween. Some of them. But I'm more of like a Halloween guy. Like I said, so like yeah, Friday the 13th is one of my favorites. Like I had the box set, which I want to ask a question to all you guys. Do you guys have the box set of the Friday the 13th? Because I got the Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set, so it comes with all 9 movies. I got all the movies. I got all the Child Plays. I got all the Nightmare on Elm Street, all the Scream movies. I got all the Jason movies. I collect a lot of slashers for sure. I got all the Halloween movies, but I just don't have I don't have the box set, like the Scream Factory box set. They were like sold out, so I wasn't able to get that. I was trying to, but I preferred the Friday the 13th sequel to the. Oh, Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people prefer the Friday the 13th over this Halloween sequel. You might not understand the comedy in Scream. It was making fun of the. I mean, yeah, but it wasn't a parody. You know what I mean? It wasn't like cheesy. It's more like suspenseful. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, than like a parody film. Example: Sydney is on the phone with the killer, explaining how she would just run out of the front door, but when confronted, can't get out of the front door, and she has to run upstairs. Oh, you're talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not really comedy. That's. I mean, that's not really a parody or anything. Because it's pointing out how dumb it is in movies, but also showing you as a good. Oh, yeah. I don't really see that. I mean, yeah, it did have some comedy moments in it. It does mention a lot of other horror movies and all that, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a comedy like or a parody. The parody of the cop who can't do wrong is German and handsome. Like I said, the difference between sin and a parody is mental. It's like a horror and thriller. Oh, yeah. I wonder how fate decided it's going. Nuggets lead Lakers 3 games to do. Oh yeah, Fate's probably on fire right now. He's probably sweating bullets, like Blanca said, because I know that that's what he basically, you know, he supports the Lakers. Fate's sweating bullets. Yeah, I will always prefer Halloween sequels than Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, me too. And a lot of people always say that Friday the 13th was always like always had overall better films, but me, I don't really know. I think I like the Halloween films like a lot more than can you really compare Halloween? I think Halloween 3 is hands down probably the worst just because he wasn't in it at all. And which one do you like most? Would you rather watch Jason Goes to Hell or would you rather watch Halloween 3? I don't know. I think I would rather watch Halloween 3 or Jason Goes to Hell because at least Jason's in that film for at least a little bit, and you get to see him a little bit. As the Halloween 3, you don't see Michael whatsoever, so it's like. So would you rather see a little bit of a character rather than not see him at all? I mean, parody doesn't mean cheesy. Well, you know what I mean. Like how what's it say like scary movie like how it's just cheesy. It's not as scary because it's a parody movie. You know what I mean? Like it's not as intense. You know what I mean? Because it's just a parody. It's just a. So if it comes out cheesy, it's because the real film. I don't really think so. Like I just don't think that the real films. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Like there's no. there's no there's nothing wrong there's nothing wrong with liking, parodies. Of course, a lot of people just like certain stuff, but me, I personally just don't like scary. Okay, like every film's not gonna be perfect. A lot of films are gonna have cheesy moments. But at the same time, would you rather watch the actual movies over the parody? Like I would. There's a lot of people that I guess that prefer, the parody over that, but not me, man. I just can't. I just can't, man. Like it's just Ghostface is basically like I don't know. It's weird for me. If I had to watch the Halloween back to back, or Friday the 13th back to back, I would choose Friday the 13th every day of the week. Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people say that they would too, you know? Because a lot of people think that like Friday the 13th is more entertaining, because of the way he kills, just the brutalness, of him. A lot of people find him more like a lot of people find him more entertaining. You know what I mean? So I could kind of feel that. Like I get what you mean, but at the same time, like I'm more of a Halloween fan. No team has ever come back and doing it. Oh man, Fate's really gonna be upset about that because I know he probably bets too. Probably puts in probably bets on these games. And it is 100. No, just gonna do that. Yeah. People say that. People say that, like football games and all that. Like I'm more of like a football fan. I like football more than basketball personally. But that's just me. But like a lot of people I feel like some of the outcomes are basically like scripted, like refs like choose who wants to like in the NFL. Like the refs, people feel like the refs like pick who like basically picks like favoritism, like they pick the team that they want to win. Like scary movie is goaded. Okay, Blucka, I respect that, man, but it's just not for me, man. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Lil Nas X. uh, everybody likes what they like. You know, I respect that. Spurs love to win the NBA lottery. Yeah, I bet if you're the Wayne Brothers announced Scary Movie 6, and Scary 7 was announced and saying that Scary Movie would probably triple the sales. Yeah, probably in this generation because Wes Craven, is no longer here with us no more, and Heat versus Nuggets. Heat versus Nuggets, NBA Finals. Heat the was the season NBA. He's gonna make the finals. Oh, Jimmy Bucket wins deserves it. Tiffany and Nancy don't tick on my fancy. Yeah, but a lot of people, yeah, I agree with you. Like people always say that, like football. Okay, like football and all that, like that. Those are all like basically. a lot of people think like, especially because I'm more of like a college guy, like a college football person, but I definitely, you know, appreciate the NFL. I'll watch it, of course, but a lot of those refs in both in college and also, NFL are just absolutely just terrible, Like it seems like they script games. Like they basically go to a team and like pay them money and pick, they basically do like a screw job and all that. Nuggets relatively young and could win it next season. Yeah. What do you mean this generation? What I mean is that okay, it's a new generation today. Of course, people are gonna pick the new scary movies over radio silence and today's screen films because a lot of people don't like the new screen films. The new screen films, Wes Craven's sadly not here no more, and a lot of people don't like the new screen films. So they're gonna what are they gonna do? They're gonna go watch scary movie instead because as of back then, people you could say that the scary movie was better, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it was. I'm always gonna pick, the GOAT, Wes Craven, over any parody, absolutely anything. You know what I mean? But that, like I said, this new generation, of course, these people are gonna pick that over Scream 7. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people ain't gonna be happy about Scream 6 or Scream 7, like, because it's radio silence. Scary movie, what is it? I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it made more money, but that doesn't really mean doesn't determine doesn't make it better. That's just personally my opinion. NBA scandal with the game fixing and rest in jail happened especially around 2002 playoffs. History versus Lakers. Yeah, yeah. A lot of, like I said, a lot of refs screw a lot of people. And it's just like I said, NFL. Like, of course, I watch the NFL. If more people are raising to see a parody of a parody. Hey, man, I respect your opinion, but I'm just not into it. Infinity pool. I've never watched Infinity Pool. But yeah, man, like I said, um oh yeah, I mean I'm talking about the masses and you're talking about personal opinion. Oh yeah. I'm just saying that basically like I don't really like do you get what I'm saying? Like I don't really get into I don't really get into it. You know what I mean? Like because you get what I'm saying? Because Scream is more of a Scream is more like the real actual movies. You know what I mean? And scary movies just basically you could say it's a Scream was always a parody, but parody of what? Like maybe it made some jokes about other horror movies, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like a parody or anything. That's just the style. That's just the way what Scream is. Like you know what I mean? Um. So you're basically saying that Scream is basically like a. You're just basically saying that Ghostface was meant to be a parody, like because of the character, just the way the character kind of seems a little bit like goofy-ish. Like, is that why you're saying that Ghostface is basically like a parody? Because I don't really like. I don't want to go that far and say that. I hear my Ghostface in that accent. LOL. Scary movie, you might. I mean, man, but the masses, many people were turned out for scary. Well, that's actually crazy that a lot of people would prefer that over over a screen film. Though, man, it's just like I guess people got it right, to like what they like. But at the end of the day, it's like I always want to watch the actual. I'm always gonna watch the actual movies. Even if the masses enjoyed the scary movie films more. Like I'm still, I'm just not into it, dude. It's just me personally, It's just me. It's just my preference. I don't really buy into it. Scary movies are saying. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's basically, well, I felt like it made fun of Scream a lot. Like it kind of made Scream look stupid, honestly, in my opinion. Because the way that Scream went, you could say it was a parody and all that way before Scream movie. Okay, that's good. But at the same time, like I'm just saying, like all you're saying is that Scary Movie made more than Scream. Okay, but at the same time, Scream is Scream. It's Wes Craven. It's the real films. It's not no parody, no comedy film. It's not having other people playing Sydney, like, and then having a character named Doofy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the actual movie. Like, so that's why I always prefer that over, that's just personally me. Like, I just, that's personally just my opinion. A scary movie had 3 million one screen hit over 2 million at one time. I'm not even trying to win you over, just trying to say that scary movie the franchise was on screen. Yeah, it probably was. It probably was. A lot of people probably thought that it was funny, I guess. I don't know. We just hate to admit that my comedy is so good to the point of where those things. Good point. It's so good to point out the things that were so we can see. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So you're basically saying that like scary movie basically like outdid the Scream films, but to me, I don't think that I don't get into it, but let's be honest. Do you think that there's enough moments in Scream Five to create that idea? No, there wasn't any. There was absolutely none. I don't think there wasn't any moments in Scream Five and Six. Like I don't think there was any of that in it. Oh man, you can't be serious. You don't think that there were any moments that could be paired? Um. Oh wait, you asked. Oh, you basically asked if there's any parody. I don't remember any parody moments in the movie. I just know of like the other ones, like the other three, were kind of parody-ish. Oh, you know what? I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I remember. Like, I know what basically what you're trying to say. So basically saying because Scream Five basically had the like kind of similar characters, but just different actors like playing them, like just but they're like similar to the OGs, like and it's basically like a parody in that sense, or just Mindy herself as a walking bear. Yeah, she. I think she's a parody of Randy. Honestly, are you going to live again? Yeah. Oh, how's it going, man? I don't know if I said hi to you. How you doing, man? I think I may have missed your comment. Sorry about that. Um, how you doing today, man? Thank you for popping in. And yes, I think I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow. Um, every day. Like, can you see a county writer saying Screen Five, Screen Six, and advertising to make a parody film? I don't really know, man. Like, I mean, yeah, White Chad Living could be parodied. I don't really understand what you're really trying to say. Think something that embrace after the band stuff. Because I thought you meant like it's basically parodied in a way like there's like a lot of comedy in it. Like Danny pulling out the largest ladder. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, DJ. How you doing? By the like, I think I asked you that already. My bad. Thank you for subbing. Like I said, be sure to like join me again. You know, for some more live streams because I'll definitely, like I said, I'm gonna be scheduling them a lot. So I'm saying the scenes are so ridiculous. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. So you basically say like the scenes were so ridiculous that a comedy writer could just go and make fun of that same scene because maybe they don't like that scene or they decide to just go make fun of it. I get what you mean. Well deserved, I guess, somewhat, right? Some scenes deserved, I guess, to get made fun of. Many being taken female black lesbian is it right to me, baby. Yeah, I don't really care for Mindy like that. That is the point of a parody that the writer and director and acting entertainment to make fun. Okay. The killer's going over the top could be a parody. Yeah, one time and day there. Oh, it's 11 at night here. 11:48 p.m. right now. I know it's daytime in Australia though, where you are. So I really appreciate that you took the time to join me. But yeah, it's 11. It's 11:48 here. That is all scary movie is. A writer picking apart scenes in a horror movie that are so ridiculous. Oh, I get what you mean. So you're basically saying like you're saying like if a Scream movie has like a bad scene, like there's a certain bad scene, and you're basically saying like a comedy writer could go ahead and make fun of that scene just because it may not be a good scene. Like that kind of makes a lot of sense. I kind of understand what you're saying now. I'm actually currently working on a Scream fan film myself called The Cutting Room Floor. That's a direct sequel to Scream 4, set 12 years later on Halloween. Oh, that's awesome, man. Keep me updated on it because I definitely want to watch it. Um, a Scream fan film? Absolutely. I'll definitely have to watch that for sure. Um, if you could keep me updated on that, don't give it like I said, don't give me too much information, but I want to know like when it comes out and all that at least. Um, do you have a little bit of information that you could share, or just I don't want like too much, but like what day or what month do you plan on releasing it? 1:48 p.m. here on a Monday. I enjoyed not working much. Oh, okay, yeah, it's 1:48 there. That's what I figured. That's what you said. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I understand what you're saying. So you're basically saying like that one scene, like um when Chad basically got stabbed up and survived in Scream 6. You're basically saying that the comedy writers could definitely make a parody of that and make fun of that scene. Like, do you think Scream 5 is going to have enough material that a comedy writer can make an a Scream movie film? Yeah, there's a lot of cheesy moments in that film. You know what I mean? So a comedy writer definitely could make fun of those scenes. I would like a Michael Myers Halloween Curse movie or Halloween Immortal. Oh yeah, for sure. What about Michael Myers invading a different? Oh yeah, like invading like Christmas or something like that. That would be so awesome. Michael Myers a immune for Christmas. His gift is a curse. Four Woodsboro High School students may meet their end 12 years after the events of Scream 4 when the infamous Ghostface begins a new killing spree on Halloween night. Oh, that's pretty awesome, man. I can't wait till it releases. That's pretty cool that you're making a fan film. By the way, that's awesome, man. Like Tatum Grashing and she had a really fat girl. Said, yeah, exactly. Like that's basically they basically made fun of that because the way she died. Four Woodsboro High School students may meet the end 12 years after the event. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. That I'm so glad that's so awesome that you're making a fan film. Like fan films are getting interesting. Dylan's New Nightmare coming soon. Yeah, there's a lot of good fan films out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of great films out there. A lot of great fan films. Ghostface, do you think Michael Myers can get supernatural powers and abilities he never had before? Um, the answer to that is no, because I don't really think Michael Myers really had supernatural abilities ever. Um, I heard that Jason Blum and Blumhouse had said that he was supernatural, but I really don't know how true that really is. You know, I really don't know how true how true any of that is. Um, so I don't really know anymore. I mean, they keep on saying he's supernatural, but then they keep on. It's just difficult, really, to say. You know, sleep is my cousin. I don't judge anyone. I just got to judge. I just set the appointments. You set the set the appointments. So September and planning releasing it later in October. It's not a feature, probably look like it. Oh, that's awesome, man. So that's awesome. I'm glad that filmmakers like you, man, are just keep doing what you're doing. You know, I wish I knew how to do that kind of stuff. Um, because I would do it in a heartbeat. You know, do something like that, like make a fan film. It would just be, I think, a little too difficult. You know, just a little difficult. But man, that's so awesome, man. Like I can't wait until that comes out. The filmmaker in the building, yeah, the director. I like the rated R parodies. Oh yeah, the rated R parodies are pretty funny. Like I said, I don't mind parodies. It's just that some of them are just a little bit. I'm not like the biggest fan of them. Like I said, but I do find I do find them funny. Some of them, you know. Another time like Michael is supernatural. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they had said. At my time, like Michael Myers walks around in a rainbow suit. The character. I still have nightmares about Halloween Ends. It was total. Oh yeah, Halloween Ends was this total terror, like this total crap. And Scream Six, I think it felt like it was a little better because at least the character was in it, and at least Ghostface didn't have like a partner or anything, so it's kind of like a little better than Halloween Ends. But Scream Six was not perfect by no means. I'm not saying that it was. It's definitely there's a lot of bad moments in the movie, a lot of terrible, a lot of obviously unsettling moments in the movie that I didn't really like. But of course, that's just the way movies are. A lot of movies just ain't gonna be perfect. But Halloween Ends was just absolutely just crap. Like, you know, they basically just like Michael, like I said, wasn't even in the movie. Like, they basically just brought him in just to. They brought in this Corey character for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like he had no reason to be in the movie, in my opinion. To represent the world we live in today. Yeah. I get what you mean. So like all these bad films deserve like you're saying like all these bad films, let's say like Halloween Ends. Like somebody could go make a parody and make fun of that. Like I don't think hey but she said it's an aggressive form of her you need to get that. I think we have a scammer up in here. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that this guy is a scammer. Somebody yeah, it's probably just some bot. There's some scammer in here. What the? That is weird. I mean, is this a scammer? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Is he just trolling or? Because he looks like he's trolling, y'all. Like, because he said, "Hey, buddy, she's an aggressive farmer." What the? I don't know who he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. So I think he is trying to scam. To be honest. So all you guys in the chat, can you be sure to block him because I think he's trying to scam everybody. Um, wow, that's weird. I think I'm gonna try to block him too. Hold up. I hope he's not somebody in the community that we know, because I don't know anybody like that. Yeah, so can you guys do me a favor? Like I said, can you guys block him? Have you blocked him? Michael, can you block him too? That's weird. No, that's like really weird. I have no idea who this guy is. Like, um, I hope he's nobody that's in the community that we know, because I don't know anybody like that. Oh, okay. You guys already blocked him. What does blocking him do? Well, at least keeps him out of the chat, because I'm gonna block him as well, so he doesn't try to. Okay, I blocked him. All right, we're in business. I thought you were. I did. TV was book. Oh, Blanca said, I don't think you know which rated R films are. I don't know which. Yeah, I don't know which ones you're talking about because I don't know really other. Have you heard of Halloween comic? No, I've never heard of the Halloween comic books. I didn't know Halloween had comic books. That's kind of weird, especially given the fact it's a horror film. It's not a Marvel film. I've worked on several movie Halloween fan films that people made, and I already like Halloween Kills, Lost Footage, and Halloween the acting. Oh, that's awesome, man! You just keep on doing that. That's pretty awesome. So you made Halloween. That's awesome that you make Halloween fan films and that you're making a Scream one. Definitely looking forward to that. Oh, I definitely did Wayne. I had the same film Saved by the Bell and DVD. Oh, Saved by the Bell and Seinfeld. Friday, the scariest thing in close. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing in this chat. I don't know what it like. There's a lot of people in the chat. Even on like Craven's live streams as well. There's a lot of weird people that come in and just try to scam some. I don't know him like I didn't know him, so I blocked him. Okay, man, thank you. That I appreciate that. Yeah, I blocked him too, so he doesn't come back because I think he's a scam. Is he trying to sell? Probably. He's probably trying to get me to buy. He's probably trying to get everybody to buy stuff, which it's not makes zero sense. Yeah, it doesn't. There's a lot of people like that, though. I mean, if you guys watched Craven stream before, a couple times actually, a couple weird things happened. Like somebody trying to hack somebody else's account and whatnot. Like there was like a fake Fate in the chat, and there was a fake like Jake in the chat. Like, what does blocking do? Yeah, it just keeps him out of here. I blocked him right. That's good. Can't post again under that name. Yeah, can't. Cause he's getting just ban him from the. Yeah, I banned him. I think you could ban him, but like I just blocked him from the chat at least because I don't want him to do anything bad. Because I don't know. A lot of these people, you just can't trust them. Don't know what they're. Could be somebody just trying to get you to buy stuff, which I do. Just face channel for him and it's cameras post links. Yeah. Who will win? Hannibal Lecter versus John Kramer, Jigsaw. My money's on Hannibal Lecter. Um, I don't really know much about Hannibal Lecter, but Hannibal probably would win. Probably, yeah. Hannibal Lecter will probably definitely win. Hannibal Lecter knew every serial killer just from detailed police reports and news articles. Yeah, I've never watched those. That's actually crazy because that's another movie that I've never watched. Is the Hannibal Lecter movies like his understanding of killers before they understood themselves was a very scary thing. Yep. The fact that serial killers also trusted him was another scary thing. Yeah, I know. That's unsettling there. Hannibal Lecter or Hannibal will eat Jigsaw's leg. He probably wouldn't eat Jigsaw as he has cancer in his tainted meat. He could eat his legs. He probably ate George Foreman's right ear. And but like they could eat Jigsaw's brain. I don't know about that. Maybe. Silence of the Lambs is the only horror film to win Best Picture at the Oscars. Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've actually heard that. I think there was other movies like the Avatar and like the Black Panther were like gonna be nominated for like the best like visuals. I think the best visual effects. I believe that was a Hannibal film. By the way, guys, I don't. I've never heard of Hannibal Lecter. I've heard of him, but I've never watched the movies. Like, what are the movies actually like called? Like, oh, Silence of the Lambs. I've never saw that. I remember that on Craven's channel was rumored to be a former of its subscriber who fell out with so many other users and YouTubers. His original real name was Devontae Bradley. Oh yeah, I think I remember who you're talking about. I think I remember who you're talking about. Um, yeah, there was a lot of weird and strange stuff happening on Craven's channel. Um, some weird people on there, you know. Somebody he was supposedly a subscriber. His channel must have got hacked or something. I don't know what was going on, but a lot of weird things. That's why it's always best, you know, to be safer than sorry. You know, when somebody tries to come in the chat and tries to scam, you know, it's always better to um block that person or something, you know. Especially if you don't know that person. Like I don't know that person personally, so I don't remember him, you know, at all, like being in the community or anything like that. So I would love a handful like the video game that is open world and similar to Hitman video games. Yes, that'd be cool. I always said like a Halloween game and like with the Hitman style would be awesome as well. Manhunter is a great movie. Yeah, the first Hannibal Lecter movie written and directed by Michael Mann. Um, oh, so the Hannibal Lecter movie's called Manhunter, or is that another film, or is it just called Hannibal? Hannibal 2001 Red Dragon. Oh, okay. Sounds of the Lambs rejected Hannibal, the Hannibal TV series. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that they're actually doing a lot of TV series with a lot of these movies, like um the Hannibal Lecter movies. Are getting a lot of they're getting that's a series. The Candyman franchise is a series, I think. They're coming out with the Friday the 13th TV series. There's also one more film, but I'm blanking on the name. It's like Hannibal Lecter movies. Wait, the Hannibal Lecter movies are called Manhunter? Or do you guys know who RoboCop is? Or not RoboCop. What am I thinking? Um it's another slasher movie that I can't think of. Um oh, Silence of the Lamb, Red Dragon, Hannibal Rising. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I just like Googled it. Um it's the final movie of Freddy. Yeah, yeah. Hannibal TV series made by that guy who was making the Crystal Lake TV series. Oh, really? That's very, very interesting. Hannibal Lecter. Aliens have evaporated man Henry Sons of the Land. Yep, yep. I just seen that actually just now. Yeah, what Wayne said. They have different names. Oh, okay. So they're not all like Hannibal, called Hannibal. Yes, 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 yes. Maniac Cop. That's the one. That's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah, Maniac Cop is pretty. It's pretty good. Well, I've never really watched the films. I just heard of them before, but it's a pretty cool like concept. The man has even the man hasn't even seen Identity yet. Nope. I've never seen Identity. I've never seen Identity yet, man. I never. I will see it one day. I'm gonna try to see it. Is it like I said? Um, where did you watch it? Did you watch it on TV, Netflix? Because I never got a chance to watch it yet. I would like to see 13 Ghosts. 13. Maniac Cop. I haven't seen that movie. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie either, but I've heard of it. Um, but I think it's a pretty good concept of the film. Um, Devil. That kind of can be Jason. Matt Carnell. Huh? I don't know who that is. It's on Netflix in the USA. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know because I'll have to definitely try to check it out one day, like you said. From Maniac Cop. Oh, Matt Carnell is from Maniac Cop. Okay. I watched that VHS and DVD because I'm old. Oh, okay. Yeah, I usually have DVD as well, but I usually use streaming devices mostly. But I do got DVDs, you know, a lot of digital DVDs. Like I said, I got more like Blu-rays, like mostly Blu-ray films, you know. I got rid of like just the regular, because the regular, DVDs are just not no good to me anymore. Like I like the Blu-ray. I haven't seen that they came out with like 4K, like Ultra 4K as well, which I had Maniac Cop on. I have Maniac Cop 1 and 2 on DVD. Bruce Campbell is in both. Oh yeah, Bruce Campbell, yeah, the guy from Evil Dead. Yeah, I forgot about that. I think I've seen that. I'd imagine I did indeed. Major streaming services. Yeah, it's probably in like a lot of stuff. Probably more than likely, it's probably in like Tubi as well. Hopefully, but yeah, I do got a Netflix account. But Tubi TV, there's a lot of like good streaming, a lot of great movies on there. Like, uh, I suggest you guys go try that out if you haven't. Like, there's a lot of free movies on there. You don't have to pay a single dime for any movie. You can just watch like for free, which is awesome. Identity One is the on one of the goat. I'll definitely have to check that out. Like I said, man, Maniac Cop 1 and 2 are fun slashers. Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch that too. I just heard of them from some kind of video game that I was watching. I was watching some guy playing this video game. It was like a horror. It was like a horror like Mortal Kombat video game. And I heard of him there in that game. He was in that video game. I think it's on actually in the computer. You could actually play it. Um, it's pretty cool. Identity with seeing different slashers. Yep, I'll definitely have to watch it. Fallen State doesn't Washington and Down is underrated serial movie. Yeah, yeah. I've never watched. Like I said, I never really watched a lot of those other films like that. Mostly just slashers. The ones that I'm really familiar with. Obviously, Fallen is amazing and definitely underrated. Never watched that either. You guys watch a lot more movies than I have, man. There's a lot of movies that I haven't watched, like, because I'm so used to watching just the main ones that I know. It's like the Halloweens, the Screams, Friday the 13th. You know, uh, I have Fallen on DVD. Why is there a space between? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have a question, Ghostface. Oh, what's your question, man? You could ask me anything. Fallen is awesome. Ghostface, you might have been in the movie. Yeah, I am. I haven't seen half as much as movies as you guys have. And you guys are coming up with like movies that I haven't watched. Because I'm mostly just watching, like Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare, you know. Have you seen, as you could see, it's a negative for us to waste so much time watching movies. Yeah, it's alright though. Movies are a lot of fun. We're all nerds and geeks here. Yeah, yeah, I could tell. You guys, you guys sure do. You guys sure have watched a lot more movies than I have. Take a look at another serial killer mystery. I like that. It's a little jelly. It's oh, very interesting. What about the Bone Collector? Yeah, I think I've heard of that before. And I don't. I think I watched that probably a long time ago. Just don't remember any of it. You enjoyed that first one of the ring. Would you like to see Victor Crowley versus Jason? Victor Crowley, nah. I think Victor Crowley would probably get destroyed by Jason. Oh wait. Victor Crowley is the. Oh, I'm thinking of somebody. My bad. I meant Victor Crowley might beat the crap out of Jason. That's what I meant to say. Wayne has good taste for a guy from the future. Yeah, I know. He does. I like where our future is heading, where he gets his hope. Yeah, for sure. The Bone Collector. What was the horror with the? What was the horror movie with Samuel L. Jackson as a cop? He is his partner's. He's his partner's daughter. What horror movie is that? Hmm. I'm blanking the actor's name. Oh, the actress's name. Okay, not sure more, but yeah, Twisted. Oh, Twisted. Is that the name of a? Yeah, because the only ones I see are obviously Cell, Meeting Evil, 1408. Deep Blue Sea, um, Snakes on a Plane, and then Death by Temptation. Those are the only ones I see about it. Oh, okay. Ashley Judd, Samuel Jackson, and Andy. Oh, okay. Guess it wasn't labeled a horror. Huh. Yeah, a lot of movies ain't labeled, that. So, it's labeled crime, mystery, and drama. Okay. That's awesome. A lot of movies don't really get labeled what they really are, you know what I mean? Basically, you're afraid to call it horror and all that stuff. Victor Crowley will win his way stronger than Jason. Oh yeah, yeah. I took that back. I think that my money's on Victor because Victor's way bigger. He's way taller, stronger. He would probably he would probably destroy Jason. What about a movie that was too similar? White House Down. That's one. I've watched White House Down before. That movie's pretty damn good. Um, White House Down has. I watched that movie before. White House Down has. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx in it. That movie's pretty good. Hatchet movies by Dirk Harley. Yeah, Kane Hodder always does a good job with those movies. Marvel and DC. Peter Parker and Jason, absolutely. So I'm more. If you look on YouTube, The Walking Dead is Toy Story. Some guy put together a great video showing how The Walking Dead copied all of Toy Story 1 through 3. That's great. There's a lot of movies out there that copy. What was the film with Harrison Ford where his wife has visions? Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford here. Let's see. Yeah, because Harrison Ford was the one that played in the Star Wars movie. He played Han Solo. Um, I don't remember what movie you're exactly talking about. Maybe, yeah. What lies, what lies beneath? What lies beneath? Maybe that's the movie. I remember Scary Movie 2 parodied a scene from that, and I'm pretty sure Scary Movie 2 is pretty damn funny. I ain't even gonna lie about that. Like, I felt like, that opening scene, was them making fun of the Exorcist. Probably who wrote Scream 5 and 6. Yeah, What a joke. Yeah, probably. They probably did. I was just trying to be funny. Mhm. Yeah, like a lot of these writers are a lot of these writers are just a complete joke nowadays, you know? Oh, Zodiac. And I also wrote one of them also wrote Basic with John Travolta. Oh yeah, I think John Travolta was in that one movie too. He was in the Punisher, I believe it was. The Punisher 2003 or 2004, I believe it was. Cheesy, but I enjoyed that film. When you like the fight between Ghost Rider and Hellraiser, Pinhead, the Hickman Killer. Uh, Pinhead would probably destroy him more than likely, like you said. Ghost Rider probably wouldn't have a much of a chance. Yeah, probably not. Hellraiser even isn't a final boss of his own franchise. Yeah, I never really got into the Hellraiser franchise. To be honest, the Hellraiser franchise is basically just um I don't know. I just never got into it. The Ghost Rider, the Ghost Rider is all right, I guess. Then you guys, the Scream writers are just good at recreating material already out there. Yeah, they basically recreate. All they do is recreate the same old stuff, like in the older films, like we saw that in Scream 5 and Scream 6. White House Down is 100%. Heaven has fallen. Yes, the White House Down is 100% kids racing today. Yeah, I like that film though. It was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie about that. Guy, Guy Busey. His real wife's name is Amber Freeman, aka. Oh my God, are you serious? So you're saying that the writer's wife's real name is Amber Freeman, but he named one of the killers in Scream 5 Amber Freeman. That's not creativeness at all. That's not creativity at all. It's just laziness. That's all that is, I think. Yeah, I love Punisher 2004. Yeah, Punisher 2004 that movie is pretty damn good. I love Hellraiser 1 through 3. Yeah, I just never really got into the Hellraiser franchise. The Hellraiser franchise is just too weird, I guess. I don't know. I just don't. He seems like more of like a Star Wars character to me more than a horror icon. Like the Punisher 2004 is making a return. I didn't know that, right? Oh, I didn't know that. I know that they made a TV series or they're coming out with one, right? Like they're bringing back every actor that was in there. Oh, that's awesome, dude! I can't wait to watch that. Ah, Guy Busey. I can't believe that create like he that just goes to show that he didn't want to put effort into creating actual like different names, He just wanted to go name a character after his wife. Like, wow. Should see Thomas J. make a cameo in the Punisher TV series, as well as reprise his role in Secret Wars. Secret Wars. I've never watched Secret Wars before. Um, I like Clive Barker. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I kind of find Pinhead to be more of like a Star Wars Spaceballs kind of character. Just his face, just his like. It looks like he reminds you of Darth Vader. That's what he reminds me of. Like I don't know why I think that, but I wish Thomas Jane would have made a sequel to The Punisher 2004 movie. Yeah. James Vanderbilt independent sequel. Independence Day. James Vanderbilt. Oh, I was down. Hey, at least it wasn't Guy Busick. I can't believe that. So he named Amber Freeman after his wife. His wife's real name is Amber Freeman, and then he decided to name the character in the movie in Scream Five Amber Freeman. That's funny as hell to me. Like that just goes to show that a lot of these studios are just not creative. A joke of a movie. Oh, what's the joke? The rundown's a joke of a movie. You said, or I like how they announced Final Conjuring film. Did announce a Conjuring TV series. The rundown was called. I've never been a fan of the Conjuring series or this the franchise. You know, why? Yeah, they're making a lot of TV series out of a lot of franchises for sure. Do we really need them? I mean, I think I don't really mind them. The rundown is called Welcome to the Jungle in Australia. Oh, I think I watched that movie before. I just haven't watched it in so long. Don't forget Wes Craven's bully as a child. His name was Freddy. Are you actually serious? No, actually, are you actually serious? Wes Craven's bully as a child was named Wes Craven's bully was a person named Freddy Krueger. Like, are you actually serious? Like, is that why he came up with the Freddy Krueger name? Like, that's crazy. Ghostface, do you think a new game developer can make a new Punisher game? Um, a new Punisher game, huh? I think a developer can. A new game developer. There's a lot of good ones out there. You know, Gun Media obviously is a pretty good one, but I don't know if like a Marvel company would be like more attached to that because they consider that to be like a horror movie, but they consider it more to be like a Marvel, like a superhero type film. But I kind of see it. They kind of call it like horror and like a thriller. but or they call it like an action movie and a horror movie, but I'm not really sure what it's considered to be. Like, is it horror? Is it a Marvel superhero kind of film? I mean, I don't know like what it really. I mean, they say it's like Marvel. They say it's like Marvel, so and then obviously the Punisher had like comic books too. So Michael Myers is just William Shatner with the eyebrows. Yeah, the Mask is William Shatner. I'm serious regarding the Wes Craven comment. That's absolutely crazy. Like his real bully was named Freddy. His real bully's name was Freddy Krueger. It's absolutely crazy. I think the game that would make Spider-Man game. Make a perfect Punisher game. Yeah, I think the developers that made the Spider-Man games, which that one game was pretty fun. The Spider-Man game, but that was pretty fun. So I think they can make that. But I don't know what they consider the Punisher to be. Like they always say, like it's a Marvel film. Is it a Marvel film? Is it a horror film? A lot of people just don't really know like what. I don't really know like what genre it's considered to be, but they always say it's like either action or. Um, I'm gonna look it up. Okay, they basically call it like action and like crime, so it's like a crime film more than anything, probably. But yeah, I definitely think that the developers who made the Spider-Man game could definitely do a Punisher game. And then from the real life experiences, I put them in the work. Yeah. Yeah. The most relatable thing to real things. Yep. Scream is based on a real killer, and then a couple months after Scream, people did murder based on Scream. Well, I actually heard this before. Like, I heard that Scream was actually based on the actual true story that actually really occurred. Like, somebody like took inspiration by Scream and whatnot. Or somebody named I forget the guy's name, but he's basically based on the Scream movies are basically based on I think a real life like killer. I think it's based on the Gainesville Ripper, I believe it is. They get Thomas Jane to come back and voice the Punisher. Yeah, for sure. Thomas Jane's probably like one of the best like Punishers, in my opinion. He's like my favorite. Thomas Jane is back in Marvel. That's awesome. Yeah, that dude's always. I think he's like the best. Like honestly, and he's set to appear in the new Punisher TV series. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. I'll definitely have to watch that. And Marvel really doesn't. And don't think he. Yeah, for sure. Is he blocking? Okay. They had both the Punisher training and the John Wick training camp for upcoming projects. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Do you know what I really like though? I like the Hitman movies. You know what I mean? Two male killers. That was. I love Tom and Jeannie. Definitely my favorite Punisher. Oh, without a doubt. Darwin would be the Punisher who lives in yeah, for sure. I know a lot of people don't really get into like the Hitman like like the Hitman movies, but I like that style of film. Like, who do you guys think would actually win in a fight? Like, realistically, I think it would be an interesting fight to see um Agent 47 versus the Punisher, but the Punisher would probably destroy him because the Punisher is more of a he's just stronger, I think. But yeah, I like the Hitman movies. The Hitman movies are pretty cool in my opinion. You know, I just like the style of them. The video games, especially, like I've always loved um, the Hitman films. I've only watched, I think, like one of them or a couple of them before, but I like the style, you know, of it. I don't like doing that as opposed to. Oh, it is more accurate. Thomas Jane is the best, least accurate out of the five actors who played the Punisher. I disagree, Blocker. The British complained. I disagree, Blocker. He says Franklin would have been dope as the Punisher. The writers even complained they couldn't make the Punisher properly because it couldn't get it rid of her. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I know. Yeah. Sally got to go. Thanks for landing and the stream code. Bye, guys. All right, Wayne. Have a good night, man. Thank you for popping in, and have a great rest of your night. Be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow again. I'm gonna try to make this mostly like an everyday thing. Um, that's why the sequel get more accurate versions of the characters. Yeah. I've always been a fan of like the, I've always been a fan of like the Agent 47, films or the Hitman video games, and I remember the old Punisher video game as well. That I used to play. I forget the name of it though. I think it was on the PS2, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it was like the old school. Like I said, I don't want to like get too far off of like. Yes, it was the PS2. That's the game. That's the game I'm talking about. It was like the old school Punisher game that I used to play. Um, yeah, man, that game was absolutely just fun. But yeah, I really enjoy like the Hitman, movies a lot. Obviously, yeah, realistically, I'm pretty sure that the Punisher would probably win in that fight. Yeah. because the Punisher is more of like has more strength probably. It turns out the Punisher doesn't for you and watching it. Yeah, yeah. The I don't know if you guys are a fan of like the video game or not, like, or if there's any more video games coming out, but yeah, I used to play like the PS2 version. Like they actually got one that's yeah, because it was like the old school PS2, the PS2 days, you know, when well, it turns out the Punisher 2 kind of yeah. I remember watching Kill Bill in theaters. Oh yeah, Kill Bill. Yes, I watched that. I believe too. Yeah, I will play the PS2 Punisher game. Yeah, that game is absolute classic. I have a PS2 myself, and I haven't even. Um, I don't know. I didn't think about buying that game. I don't even know if it's even like on sale right now or anything. But I have to take a look because I'll definitely have to try to play it again. But nonetheless, y'all, I think I'm gonna be heading off here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Blanca, Michael Joe, and DJ. What's his last name? I remember his name, DJ something. The guy who's making the new Halloween fan film. Thank you for coming in. DJ Jagat. I can't say his last. Sorry, man. I thank you for coming in. I hope all of you all have a great night. We went for a good 3 hours. We've been going since 9 o'clock. Um, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your nights, and see you on the next one. Peace.